Hi everyone, my name is Ria Goel and today I'm going to talk about Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. First of all, I just want to say that normally I read psychological thrillers or murder mysteries and books like that. So Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine really got me off guard because I just didn't expect the book to be like it is. And the only way I think I can describe the book is, imagine being Goldilocks and imagine feeling the way she felt when she found the right bed to sleep in. And that is how the book feels like. It is not too happy, not too sad, not too anything. It's just the perfect temperature. It's just the perfect room temperature that everyone likes. And I think everyone is really going to like the book. And the reasons being that, first of all, 74% of the book is gentle comedy. Secondly, the book is the perfect balance of a happy and a sad tale. It is not very happy, not very sad. It doesn't try to manipulate you in any way or form, which what really makes the book perfect for me. There are issues that I have with the book, but I'll just talk about them later in the video. Let me just give you a small summary or the idea of what the book contains. So the book is about Eleanor Oliphant, who is 29 years old, and she has a routine. She has this life where she goes to her office. She has been going there for 9 years. There has been no change in her job, no transfers, no promotion, nothing. She just goes there, she does her work, and on Fridays she eats pizza. On during the weekend she drinks 2 liters of vodka, and that is her life. On Monday she's back to work and everything is fine. But as you keep reading the book, and even from the title, you must have guessed that obviously Eleanor Oliphant is not completely fine. So we get to know that she's socially inept. She doesn't know how to talk to people. She has no friends, no family, no pets. She does have a plant, but she doesn't really have any pets. So she really has no one. And she talks in a way that you could be in 1950s or something in a dinner party, and that is how people would talk. That is how people, I think, talked in 1950s, because no one really talks like this nowadays. And she talks really eloquently, and her English is very, as I said, very 1950s, and no one really talks like that. She talks to everyone like that, and which is why people always give her strange looks. And the story goes on, and then she comes to realize, she sees or comes across a very the perfect husband like figure, and she starts to fall for the guy. And the guy is a musician, so he doesn't really know that she exists. So it's very one-sided, and to be with a musician you have to be a certain way. That is what she thinks. You have to have that certain sense of style, etc. And which is why she tries to groom herself. She goes for manicures and waxes and everything. And those parts in the book, they are hilarious. The interactions with the people at the salon, and and when she puts on her makeup and everything, those portions are really good. They are very endearing, and they are very funny. So you're going to have a lot of fun while you're reading those portions. But then obviously the tale is also a sad one. We kind of get a look into her past. She has a lot of scars on her face, and she has this, every Thursday she has a conversation on the phone with her mummy, and we get to know that her mom is really manipulative, and she is a bad mother. That is what we get to know. And then she comes across and becomes friends with the IT guy, one of her co-workers, and his name is Raymond. And what is hilarious about the book is that even though others, they kind of find Eleanor very odd, and they make fun of her for the way she talks and everything, but with Raymond, it doesn't phase him at all. So it's very hilarious, and in fact it brings out a lot of good changes in Eleanor. The friendship really brings out a lot of good changes in her. She becomes more social. They save an old guy, which again takes brings out more of her personality. She becomes more social. She goes to a bit of gatherings and everything with him. So uh, the character really progresses, and which is what you will love about the book, but because there is a growth, there's an arc to the character. And what one more thing that I really like about the book is that it is not a romantic one. The author doesn't bring us to a position where that Eleanor will get out of her troubles and all her traumas from the past just by finding the perfect love. It is through kindness, it is through friendship, and those emotions to me are more long lasting, they are more impactful than being infatuated with someone and having a boyfriend. So I think that is what really uh, made me love the book, that it doesn't become a rom-com or a very romantic cheesy book with the cheesy ending. I mean, yes, there is a hint that the central relationship of Raymond and Eleanor may turn into a romantic one, but it doesn't happen in the book. Eleanor is kind of free from the shackles of her past through Raymond's friendship, his kindness, and also from the friendship and kindness of some other people around her. So that is what you will really love the book for, I think. Now the book is sad because we get to know about Eleanor's past. Her house was burned. Her mother, in fact, tried to kill her own daughters, and Eleanor somehow survived. But we also get to know that in the end, the mother dies, and the conversations with her mom were just a figment of her imagination. And this what makes the book really sad, because then you really get to know and get to understand the psyche of Eleanor. And so the book is 70% comedy, as I said before. It doesn't try to manipulate you, even if it is sad. It doesn't try to create any melodrama. It's just the story flows through and you understand Eleanor. The book is not about romance or anything. It is strictly about Eleanor, which is why I think you're gonna love the book. Now, first of all, side note, this book is really good for people who are looking to enhance their vocabulary, because as I said, the way Eleanor talks, it is really going to help you with your vocabulary. So that is one of the many reasons that you should really look up this book. Now, what I didn't like about the book is I just felt like they could make the character of Eleanor a little more relatable. I mean, Gail Honeyman has done an amazing job. She has made the character of Eleanor more memorable. I mean, a lot of times we come across books that the characters, they're not so well developed. You don't get attached to them. You don't remember them after reading the book, but Eleanor will stay with you. So that is something that is amazing. But at the end of the day, no one talks like that. And even though Eleanor is socially inept and she has no friends, she must have seen other people talk. I mean, she's 29. She must have seen other people talk. And no one really talks like that. So that, to me, I don't know. I just, it bothered me a little bit. But the book is so nice. I just really want to be nice to it. Another thing is that I just felt like other mental health issues could be touched through the book, because I mean, at the end of she goes to see a shrink and the therapy is really helping her, but I just felt like they could talk on it more. It is discussed in the book to a certain extent, but not, maybe I'm being too harsh, but I just felt like they could have discussed it more, and it would have really helped the book to attain another purpose, like really reach another level. But as I said before, the book is really nice and I want to be nice to it, and these are flaws that I think that can be ignored. I would really recommend the book, and yes, it is one of the best books I've ever read, because first of all, it took me off guard. Secondly, the story is really well developed. Gail Honeyman has done an amazing job. I will definitely recommend this book, and thank you for watching the video. Bye.